you can listen kind of physically in a way. I'd say you can also, it's not really listening, but you can also showing attention could indicate to that person that you are listening.
The different ways of listening to someone are listening to someone respectfully and listening to someone disrespectfully, because if you listen to someone respectfully, you hear what they're saying and you look at them and you make eye contact. But if you're disrespectful, you can be doing other things whilst you're listening to them, and it makes them feel like they're not really being listened to.
And then there's just like hearing the information but not doing anything about it, which don't do that.
You can read people's body language, you can read people's facial expressions, you can read people a lot of by what they're doing rather than what they're saying, because they could be saying one thing but their body language and facial expressions will be saying another thing. And you've just sometimes got to like understand, if someone looks sad and that, but they're saying, oh no, I'm fine, like you probably do it subconsciously, but when someone's saying they're fine, but they look sad, you just know they're sad.
Has that feeling that just makes you feel good proud of yourself. It makes you makes you think that you've earned somebody else's trust who you might not even think you would have had.
Well, it makes you feel special that they've decided to talk to you about it, not anyone else, and you feel like you have a responsibility to like listen and do something about it, not just hear it.
Well, I feel like I'm important now.
Useful.
And yes, like if they've chosen me for a reason, like they know I can figure it out or something.
I feel that I have a responsibility, if it's something important, to spread the message and make people aware, and it's also like interesting to hear what other people have got to say as well.
I feel glad, and I feel like them showing their attention to me indicates to me that they do listen, and they don't ignore me, or they just don't. They kind of like care in a way, because obviously they're showing their all that attention to you when they could be doing something else.
I feel well respected and like seen as an adult rather than just being a child.
It's nice because that what you say is important, and it makes you feel like empowered in a way, because you know that your views and stuff, like your opinions matter.
You talk to me, I'll talk to you. You trust me with things, I'll trust you with things. Like a back and forth trust system where, if there is something important you need to talk about, you can go to that adult and say, I need to talk about this important issue with you.
I feel like if adults and young people just come to an agreement that you should both take each other seriously, instead of just teenagers not listening to their parents or something, and I think the parents should also listen to their children as well, not just having a wall of having one person be over the other one, and that everyone should take each other seriously, because in actuality we can all just help each other out, even if we're younger, and if we're older, everyone help each other.
Well, I think there should always be that kind of relationship with an adult and a child, the same way that a child can trust an adult enough to share something with an adult, but the only way that a child's going to have the trust in the adult to share stuff with them is if the adult gives them the same trust and in listening to them, or else they're going to feel like nothing they say is ever going to have any importance on the adult.
Speak to each other just loads, just as much as you can. So speak to your mum, your dad, your nan, your guardian, your a lady at the bus stop, just oh, you're right, Maureen, how are you? How's your day been? That sort of thing, just anything.
I would expect them to try and help me and support me through whatever I wanted to tell them, and maybe tell another person who may have more experience. If they don't know what to do, then they should tell someone else. And just, I'd expect some help, but not just getting the information and then just not doing anything about it. Because I know that's happened before.
I'd expect them not to put it on social media and right, this is what this child said. Haha, this is absolutely ridiculous.
They should talk back to the child to see that the child is okay with what's happening and that they feel safe.
Just to know that, to have that reassurance that that person understands what you are going through and what you have told them, and not to just push it to the side. Because even though we are young adults and obviously younger people than me, it's hard to have that feeling of understanding, and that's what the adults will bring.